Hey, what's up, dudes? Johnny Bean here. NAMM Show, January 21st, 2025. You want exclusive NAMM Show coverage? This is the place you want to be. Johnny Bean TV here on YouTube. You guys, it's a music... if you don't know what it is, it's a music convention. It's basically the biggest music store on the planet for like a weekend, and it's amazing. So actually, I think we'll talk about some NAMM Show tonight. Maybe I'll tear a guitar part. You know, that's always fun. Talk some music news. We got some photos to show. Some of you guys are sending in some photos for us to look at, so we'll do that. So let's do it, you guys. Let's do Straturday Night. Here we go.
I just want to be like, how old are you?
Hey, it's Lori Tucker and
Johnny Bean,
and we're here at the Forum, and we're going to see
Sammy Hagar.
And you're watching Johnny Bean TV. Stay tuned.
Yo, what's up, dudes? Johnny Bean, Ron Gunner. What's up, man?
Not much. Not much. Looking
Cool.
forward to Straturday Night.
Yeah, oh, dude, yeah, it's gonna be a cool time. Yeah, that was cool actually. The end of that intro there, it actually had more of the music because some of those intros they kind of cut off. See, that's one of the reasons why I continued to use this. You know, the sound machine is because I like to put the applause over it, and mainly it's to cover up the where some of those intros just like cut off. You know, you don't notice that because I try to do all this, but it's pretty cool. But hey, you guys, welcome. This is Straturday Night. This is a show where we talk music news, rock guitars. We've got a workbench over here. So I'm thinking I'll tear a guitar part for you guys later tonight. At the top of the show there, NAMM is coming up January 21st, 2025. And Ron says he'll try to make it. I will definitely be there. And I'll be bringing you guys live exclusive coverage of the NAMM show. I'll be there as media. So we will have more access to more places. And it'll be cool. So Ron, you got to do it, man. You got to come. You got to come with us, man.
Skyprop's going to start a GoFundMe so I can get there.
All right. Thank you, Max Server. Thank you, man. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, this is the new studio. It's still a work in progress, and I've got brand new. I've got a new desk here, which you guys will see on future episodes here on the channel. You'll see I've got a new desk. I've got the laptop in front of me now, so I can, do all the work I got to do here. My screen, we actually kind of got my lighting, working. My lighting was kind of messed up for a second. I got to get new lights, so that's something I have to work on. But my screen here actually moves around, like it's pretty cool, But we got it. We got it about right there, for tonight. Something like that. But yeah, that's pretty cool. You can see the workbench over there a little bit. You can see all the pedals.
Rocky.
All this stuff.
Lewis.
So welcome, you guys. Hey, let's make this a real show, and let's say hello to the top tier of channel members here on the Johnny Bean YouTube station. Channel membership, it's a great way to help support the channel and support these shows because it's not free doing this stuff. And some things are making it more difficult. So, hey, top tier channel members are Michael B. I promise your name will be on this list. I gotta log into this and change some things around. But Michael B, executive producer, Sherman Callahan, CC, Nova 9, Michael Smith, Music Therapy Laz, who's having a great time in Paris right now. Arhabs, Warlag, Fairfield Guitar Co., Majestic PB and J Cat, who we hung out with last night for a little bit over on Call of Duty, and Janice Lala, the intern. I see you, Janice. Your name is in green in the chat.
Uh-oh, Janice, 22 months.
22 months. Oh, there you go. Yeah,
All right,
Janice. There you go. Thank you again for your continued support. And what Janice just did is it's basically a channel member shout out. So if you're a member here on YouTube, every month you have a free shout out that you can activate, and that's what Janice just did. So thank you so much, Janice. And let's see, who do we have here? Who do you see in the chat currently?
We got Rock Daddy. We got Peggy. How you doing, Peggy? We got Max. We got, of course, Janice. We got Lewis, and we got Alex. Call of Duty later. We got Scotty. And Bay Area Rich, who has a pick coming to him, right?
He already got it. Bay Area Rich. He sent me a photo. Here, let's show that. And I just saw also Peter. What's up, man? Green Bay on Facebook. By the way, you guys, quick announcement. Currently, we're only doing these shows live, these talk shows live on YouTube, X, and my Facebook profile. Those are the places we are doing these particular streams. Although when I go out and I'm live from, like, say, Guitar Center or like NAMM Show, we'll be live from YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. And then I'm going to be working in TikTok into that. And then probably some other places as well. So we've been getting some questions like, hey, how come you're not on? I think last night some of you were asking how come we weren't on Twitch, because currently we're not, unfortunately. But we will be live on Twitch later tonight doing some video gaming. Yeah, with Ron and Alex and
we had fun last night.
It was great. It was great.
We all three me, Johnny, and Alex got killed by Majestic PB and J Cat.
Let me see. What I like to do sometimes is actually show you guys. Here, let's bring the mic over here a little bit. There we go. What I like to do is I like to do clips from the video gaming streams, and I like to play them on here for you guys. Where's the clips at? Down here. Let's find. We'll find a couple here. Here we go.
Anybody who knows anything about Call of Duty, Alex and I like the hardcore.
Here we go. We'll show you guys. By the way, headphone warning, you guys. The audio, can be a little loud. So Janice, I know Janice
could be
had talked about that. So here's a quick clip from last night. We've been telling you guys we play video games. We have a great time over there, and this is proof of some of the great times right here. That's like Oakland, California, right there. Oh, not again! Dang.
Sorry, guys.
Good work.
Is that Dantana?
Oh, Dantana.
That was
out here killing
Dantana.
it.
Oh my gosh.
That's what I mean. Okay, well, I mean, if we actually
Look at
did
this.
an actual
It's called the
multiplayer with all
finishing
four
move.
of us, I mean, hey.
Oh my goodness. Dude. Dantana. Man. Crazy stuff. But yeah, so we have a great time doing the video gaming, so you can join us for that a little later on. And hey, Charles Kelly, hey man, Mickey, I see you, Mickey. I will see you
Russell.
soon in Los Santos. Okay. We play Grand Theft Auto. Yo, Russell, what's up, man? Okay, so where was the? Yes,
Before we're going farther, did you find the Randy Rhoads strap?
I did.
Did you?
I
Can you
did.
show it?
It's actually right here.
Ah, I need one of those.
There it is.
Can anybody make me one of those? I'd be grateful. Johnny
Mhm.
won't part with that one.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe a future giveaway.
Now show the whole. That needs to go on my polka dot Sandoval
Look at
right
this.
there. I need that strap.
Somebody sent this to me years ago. Somebody made it. It's custom made, and they sent it to me as a gift.
Need one of those.
There you
Anybody
go.
in the
And I
chat
remember him.
good with
I
leather
remember him
working?
saying it was a Randy Rhoads guitar strap. You know,
Yeah, that's what was on the polka dot.
cool.
So I got the polka dot right there. I got the wine right there. I got the mini guitars right there, but I don't have that strap.
Man. Well, let's see. It's not just watching Johnny play, Janice says. You mean on Twitch? Oh yeah, we hang out. We chat. Basically the whole thing, and I know for some of you it might, seem kind of strange. It's like, why would I watch somebody play a video game? It's not, you're not really watching us play I mean, you're watching us play, but it's like you're participating with us in the chat. We have conversations. It's almost like these shows, except instead of like, whatever this is, we're like actively playing a game that you can see on the screen. It's basically just, it's hanging out is what it is. So it's a lot of fun.
We talk about everything.
Oh, we talk about all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Everything and anything.
It's a lot of fun.
It is.
Let me see. Okay,
Hey,
so
how you doing?
who was it? Who was it that sent? We had a bunch
Scotty
of people.
Scotty sent some photos in.
He had sent some stuff, and then somebody else. Bay Area Rich. Here, check it out. I got the photo that you had sent me. Thanks for the JBTV pic. Showed up today with your sticker and shirt from your web store. Dude, thank you so much. So Bay Area Rich had ordered a t-shirt and a sticker. And right here.
There you go.
There you go. See, he got the red t-shirt, the Johnny Bean TV, and then the Ned sticker right there. And then there's the guitar pick I sent.
I want that hat too. I want volume.
Yeah. Bay Area Rich, is that a Rocket Music Gear shirt or a hat? Because they make those similar hats. I had one. She gave me one at the NAMM show, and when I was walking, it fell off and I lost it. I couldn't believe it. Thank you, T Fetch, for the stream, the Nightbot links. Thank you. So yeah, very cool. So
Charles.
So dude,
he said yes, it is.
congratulations. Yes, it is. Oh, did you order that from them? Is that how you got it? They're making more hats, more. They're making 3D printed belts now, which look really cool. I've got some of their guitar straps. Where are they? Here, over here. I'll show you. Actually, you can actually go with me.
There you go.
I can actually do this, somewhat, sort of. Well, it's not so bad. You can at least kind of see me walk over there a little bit, like this. This one. Oh yeah, these two. These are Rocket Music Gear guitar straps. right here. They look great. Check it out. I'll show you guys. Here's this. Oh, we'll do this. Got this one here. Rocket Music Gear. And then, yeah, you can kind of see it in this light. It changes colors.
Like a prism.
Actually.
Prism.
Yeah.
Not prison. Prism.
Well, no, it's not really like a prism. Look at this. Now this thing's going out of control. There we go. It's just kind of, it changes. It kind of goes from like, it's almost like a light blue, but kind of goes like from light blue to like pinkish.
See, I just see light blue to white.
Mm-hmm. See, so it's cool. And then they also have, these are just two of the ones that I have. They got tons of other ones, but this one's like really cool. Almost looks like an oil slick or something.
Now, see, in the 70s, I would have loved to have had material like that because I could have made my Ace Frehley. Actually, it's Ace Frehley outfit with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know how hard it was to try to find silver metallic material, 77 here in Ohio.
No, it was crazy.
You couldn't find it.
It was crazy. Yeah, I love these straps. They're actually, they make my favorite straps. So Rocket Music Gear, check them out. Actually, we have a little video. Where is that? When I went and I saw them, this was in where was it? Alameda, California. It was like a rock swap meet. Here we go. Check this out. Actually, that's where I got that one. Here, check this out, you guys. Rocket Music Gear. Check this out. They make 3D printed guitar pick holders. Actually, we've given a bunch of these away on the show. I think Ron even has one of those skulls. They have mini pick holders. They have strap locks, which are strap locks. I still have some of those. You got smaller pick holders. You got these guitar straps. That blue one right there, that's this actual strap. And then there's that one there. It looks similar to the one I just showed. They got the ones that you can Velcro, like Velcro stuff too. And other stuff. And this video was from like, what, a year and a half ago? Maybe almost 2 years ago? Something like that. So they have tons of more stuff. It's pretty cool. I mean, they make a lot of great stuff. Is that the skull?
Yeah.
There you go. There it is.
Cool multi-shade of purple. I love it. Works wonders. Works perfect. I like it. Like it a lot. I want that one that says guitar strap.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what, no one knows what it is. So you got it on. Hey, that's a guitar strap right there. That's great. And I want the volume hat too. And
yeah, I got to get another one of those hats. I think we're probably going to meet up at NAMM show coming up. There you go. Thank you, Nightbot. Follow for cool guitar straps and more. That's their Instagram. Basically, you can either click on that or just go to Instagram and just search Rocket Music Gear.
hey, wonder if Rocket could make me the Randy Rhoads strap.
Maybe. Yeah.
I need someone to make me that strap.
Commission.
You can't buy them no more.
Commission. Send him a message. Very cool. There you go.
Thank you, Charles. That's only,
Yeah.
there's still 15 and a half more.
Stacks of amplifiers?
Yeah, I have 18 stacks total.
Oh my gosh. Crazy, man.
Although I don't have the bottom half for that Randall. That's a 212, and I don't have the bottom cabinet for that. So actually I have 17 and a half stack.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
See, and Cole could have had all this, but no, he had to go digital and do the easy way.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he's not going to break his back, for one thing.
Well, I will say this. When I was younger than him, man, he's 36 now. When I was in my 20s, lugging these stacks around, setting them up, it didn't bother. And my dad always said, someday you're going to pay for that stupidity. Because I even built motors, so I would carry like a Chevy block, just a block, and carry it and put it on, hold it up for the engine stand so guys could mount to the engine or put it in the engine stand. And he always told me, he said, you're going to pay for that stupidity one day. And sure as hell, he was right.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I've got well, technically I've got the 1/2 stack. I got the PV 5150 and the 412. I've got this Marshall 412 that my friend Brian gave me right here. And unfortunately, I had to turn down a gig today. A paying gig I had to turn down today because I'm going to be in LA the day after that gig. So technically, I'll be in LA the day before the gig, or for that we were going to spend the weekend down in LA for coming up. So unfortunately, I had to turn that down. But what I'm saying though is even at a gig that I play nowadays, I would rarely. It would really depend on the show. It would depend on where it is. If I were to take like a 1/2 stack with me, because nowadays you can take. I mean, in the case of your son, I mean, he's taken, a lunchbox and a laptop or something,
Yeah. So the drummer controls a laptop back behind with him.
Yep. So if you can get those great tones out of that, why would you wouldn't go back?
Okay, but here's my whole point. Like, I got the floor helix, he's got the rack mount helix. It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're plugging in and going through different PA systems, he has his, matter of fact, he even copied it on here. So it's FIF, faith and failure main, faith and failure dark, and so that's all he basically hits. So it doesn't sound on mine like it does on his because I got different studio monitors and a sub that he doesn't have. So my point to him was, okay, so now you're plugging this into this PA here, and it may sound good, or you plug it into another venue PA, and it's going to sound different, even though you don't change anything on here.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't. He's like, well, I can make adjustments if I need to. That's well, I've never seen you make them yet. And your guitar sounds from the outdoor gig they did to the one they just did like 2 weeks ago. It's his guitar sound, even though he didn't do nothing on the helix, but through the PA, it sounded completely different both between those two places.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said with my cabinets, not only do you feel it pushing the air and all that stuff, which is maybe I'm just old, but
yes, you are.
I knew you were going to say that.
Come on.
I'm barely older than you, like 4 days older than you. But I got my sound on stage every time. Well, I haven't done it for years, but I had the sound I wanted.
Here's where what you're saying though is you're hearing your guitar tone behind you, you're feeling the amp, right?
Mm-hmm.
What goes through the PA, you can't control personally.
But that's one reason why I turned it loud and never went through the PA.
Mm-hmm.
They would, it got to the point.
Well, that's why the sound guys would nuts, because if they can't control your sound, basically you're dictating the sound of the entire band of what of what the audience is going to hear.
Exactly.
And that's
Well, this was it was the late '80s. And
it
I'd
doesn't
go up
matter
there-
what it is.
I would go up.
It
with
doesn't
two,
matter.
Two. I always had 2 full stacks, sometimes 3.
Oh my gosh.
4 heads, 2 stacks, 4 heads. If I took 3, there were 6 heads up there, but the other two of them I didn't hook up 2 of them. They just there for looks. But regardless, I got to the point where they would mic me, and it's like all of a sudden I could barely hear myself. There was no, we didn't have any ears in. We just threw the
Look at
monitors
this.
on the stage.
Look at this. This is from a sound person, right here. That's what he does. That's actually how. That's actually how we, Alex. I think the way we actually know each other is because I had gone to a gig at a venue, and we had met like through NAMM or something. And I remember telling you I went to a certain venue, I saw a show, and you had worked there. That's how we. That's kind of how we know each other somewhat. But so he's an actual sound person, sound guy. He says. So
Excuse me.
So anybody. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I play guitar. I totally get it. But what you're doing is by not being mic'd up, and them having to mix your raw sound into that mix, that and plus I would feel bad for the people standing right in front of you. If those cabinets are going directly over their heads,
It was heavy metal. I mean, it's if it was too
there's
loud,
heavy
too
metal
old.
today, and there's heavy metal, and your son's not doing that.
I know.
You should listen. You should listen to your son.
Well, see, he was there. I mean, he was
He was there.
he was well. My wife would bring him to some of the shows when he was like 4 years old.
Uh-huh.
So, but he didn't want nothing to do with guitars. You'd always get behind the drum set and just beat on Novi's drums
That's cool.
like crazy. But so he knew. I mean, he grew up seeing that, and he saw all the amps around the houses.
Is that
every house
true? Clayton, he said it's National Sunday. Is that?
It is. It is. But
Yeah,
they
man.
would mic me, and then after everything started going, then all of a sudden I couldn't hear myself through the monitors. So I would go back, bump the volume up. Then then they would come up after a song and turn it back down. So finally, one day I had enough, and it had been a bad day, and I should have never have done this, but it had been a bad day all day. Getting to the venue, we had to drive. It was Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, so it was clear on the other side of Pennsylvania. It was like 5 hours away. And we get there.
Wait a minute. I'm surprised you aren't deaf. Are you talking to him? His name in the video game is actually
Black Death.
Black Death Ham.
It's supposed to be Hammer.
Black Death Hamburger. That's what we
no,
call him.
we had a flat tire on the way there. We get there, and the band that was playing with us didn't show up. And it was just the whole day.
Where were they on the bill as far as you guys?
They were the headliners. We were opening for them,
Okay.
and we were going to use their drum set. It was Grim Jack. It was who we were opening for, because we toured with them for almost 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And here their bus had broke down on the way there. They were coming from New York, and we were coming from Ohio. And so we was all going to meet there, and their bus broke down, so we had no drum set. And then the owner of the venue called a local band, so this guy brings in his drum set for our drummer. The whole day was just crazy. And I get up there, and we do the sound check, and you're not going to tell me you do a sound check when no one's in there. It sounds completely different when the place is full.
Sure.
Okay, so during a sound check, I could hear myself. That was fine. When the place got full, people started cheering, everything. Yeah, I couldn't hear it, so I turned the amp up. He come up after the song, turned it back down. I turned it back up again. He turned it back down. So the third time, by this time, I was upset. I was pissed. So I just kicked the mic over on the floor and cranked the amp up.
Uh-huh.
And we started playing, and the next thing you know, he's back there. I could see him with a flashlight, and he was like giving me all kind of nasty signals, and I just acted like I didn't see him. The next thing I know, he was matching to the sound. And the funny part was, when we were done, a lot of people said that sounded great because they actually felt it. When you hit a chord, we felt it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and from that point on, I never would let him mic me. I just turned it up. I wanted to hear it. I wanted to feel it. Yes, I have tinnitus really bad. Whoever said I should be deaf. So yeah, it just.
Oh, he meant deaf. Oh, I thought he said deaf. Dude, yeah, I've got severe tinnitus too.
But again,
I think most of us that play, we do. We have some sort of, yeah.
But I was, that old saying, you got to be tough when you're dumb. That's why I have to live with the tinnitus, because that amp right there, that white amp, that was custom ordered Randall. It's an 80-watt head size, but it's got 150 watts in it, custom speakers, everything. Sounds great. I ordered that in '88.
Huh?
And because what happened is, for a little while there, I got hurt at work, hurt my back, so moving the big stacks hurt, so I went with the half, the 212. And we had it up in the air, and I had it cranked up. Actually, I had it sitting on a 412, then that 212, and I had it cranked, and we were at practice, and I was making fun of our other guitar player because he would put his hair back, put earplugs in, pull his hair back down so you couldn't tell. I called him a bunch of different names and made fun of him. Walked over and stuck my ear right on that grill.
Oh my
Full
God.
volume, full gain, hit that ESP, and it felt like someone just like a croquet hammer right in the side of my head. And I've had I think I may have passed out, but I knew if I didn't, I was really close to it. And I've had severe tinnitus since then.
Wow.
So
man.
You got to be tough when you're dumb. I was dumb. I did that. I got to be tough the rest of my life and live with it.
Uh-huh.
Although you get hearing aids do help.
Yeah. So even after you did that, were you still lugging around 3 stacks to gigs?
After that, it was usually just the 2.
Just the 2.
Mm-hmm.
And any hearing protection after that?
I would put the foam, the kind you squeeze them up, roll them up, and put them in. Yeah. I'd put but I wouldn't shove them in real far. I'd put them in just halfway, just enough to knock the heavy, the high sounds off.
The high end. Well, see, that's what does it. A lot of the damage is from the high frequencies.
Well, when I went to get my hearing aids 2 years ago, it was weird because they're like, well, how does it affect you? You just volume down. I'm like, no, this ear I hear bass, no treble. This ear I hear treble, no bass. And they're like, huh? So when I went through the test, it proved to them. They've never seen that before.
Wow,
so,
dang.
But I constantly have it. Just.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Sometimes it's bad, really bad, and other times I don't notice it.
Yeah.
But it's
a lot of
times. And when you start talking about it, you're like, oh, damn, there it is again.
I mean, it's always there. And as musicians, most of us will develop tinnitus. It's if you go to concerts, if you go to a lot of loud shows, if you play an instrument, drums, guitar, that's right, Mickey. It's all about the bass. I actually left a comment somewhere about that today. Most professional musicians, even the people that work for them, roadies, they'll develop tinnitus.
Mm-hmm.
Tinnitus, it's high pitched ringing in the ears.
Mm-hmm.
And like let's say, when you first start going to concerts when you're a kid, you're like, man, that was a great show, because the next day in school, your ears are ringing like crazy, for like a day, couple days, and then most of the time it goes away and it's fine. But after years of doing that, eventually the ringing doesn't go away. And if you're involved in some sort of an accident, you did that to yourself, but myself, I was at a jam. I was in a band at some point. This was in 2010. I was playing with this band in Oakland, California, and there was another guitar player, and he had a smaller amplifier, and it was like sitting up. It was like up like this, and I was wearing earplugs. I was wearing earplugs at the time. He goes and he hits a chord with a wah pedal, and it basically was like an ice pick going directly into my ear, even wearing earplugs. Okay. I walk out of that rehearsal. I basically hear like, that's all I heard. And like, if somebody talked to me, literally. And so I walk out of this was in 2010. I walk out of there and I'm like, man, I'm like, dude. And then I remember like the next day, like the air sound went away, but the ringing never went away. And I remember a couple of days later being like something's wrong. You know, this ringing should not be lasting this long. Because, you know, I'd played guitar for years. I've toured. I've, you know, done the whole thing. And basically after that was in 2010 again. That was 14 years ago. I've been very protective of my hearing ever since. Anytime I go, ask anybody who's gone to a concert with me. I have earplugs. Sometimes I even have I have them up there somewhere. I've got the big, like you see construction workers wearing the big ear muffs. Mm-hmm. I've got those. I used to take those to concerts. People would laugh at me. Like, why are you wearing those, man? You can't hear the music. I'm like, dude, you know, I've got severe tinnitus because of music. I'm not.
I went from the playing music like that to working in factories.
Well,
which was loud
there
machine,
you go.
Then shooting. Being
around that loud sound
continuously. My whole life it's been loud sounds. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah. And you didn't wear earplugs at work or anything?
Yeah, I did at work. And then when I was doing the shooting for I had the electronic
So why would you wear the earplugs at work but not wear them when you played? How is that different?
Roll.
How is that different?
It was stupidity on my part. It was rock and roll, man. That wasn't metal.
It wasn't metal. The metal shop that you're working.
Yeah, it was. You know, I mean, if you want, go back and watch the Decline of the Western Civilization Part 2.
Part 2. I know that movie. Yeah.
Listen to the attitudes. Yeah, that's rock and roll metal. That's it's like, no, I'm not wearing earplugs on stage. It's stupid. I'll show you how stupid it is. Ow. It was that amp. That's why I'll never get rid of that amp. It left a permanent mark on my head or my ear.
You'll never get rid of that. Oh,
how many watts is your 5150? Is that 100 or 150?
I don't know.
120?
Where's Dakota? Is Dakota in here? Dakota will tell you exactly how much it is. I think it's 120. I don't know. Somebody look it up.
Okay, so turn it on high gain and put your ear next to it and hit it. See what happens.
That's insanity to do.
I know it is. I know it is now, but when I was in my early 20s, I didn't care. You think you're invincible. I was 100 pounds less, had hair down to my waist, rode around on a Harley.
I still think I'm invincible, but I would never put my ear to that, no matter what. GSN, how many watts is the 5150 head? GSN, you probably know. By the way, GSN, I don't know if you sent it. Ron sent me a photo. You had sent some of your guitars. Do you have a Van Halen EVH signature guitar? That's what it looked like. But no. I'll tell you guys, and I think most of you guys watching this are probably like you have some sort of ringing in the ears, and most of you guys know that you got to be protective of your hearing, because the thing is, the older you get,
it doesn't come back.
Well, it doesn't come back, but you start to lose what you had already. And that ringing, it doesn't stop.
Nope.
Like, I hear it right now. I hear it right now, man. I hear, like, what it sounds like to me, I can't even imagine what you're going through, man. But for me, it sounds like a fluorescent light,
Just
actually on
buzzing.
both sides, right here, just going
Mm-hmm.
but it's worse on this side. It's like much, because this is where the guy's amp was. It was about here when it hit here.
This ear, it was
So-
my left ear.
So
It's the worst one, obviously.
which 5150 head, Rock Daddy? The 92, the 92 one, the original one, the block letter. You know.
I mean, that white head back there is 150. The one under the clock is 100, and the silver one here is 100, and the one on top, the other Ingle, is 150 watt.
Mm-hmm.
And those two Ingles, I can't turn past a little over one. That's it. And then they're so freaking loud, it's unbelievable.
In the house, or let's say if you were playing a gig tomorrow.
It would have to be a bit. I'm telling you, I've when Dave, my old bass player, came here when we recorded, he put bass tracks down for me. I was telling Matt, and he's like, "Oh, bull, no way." He said, "You can turn that probably to 3." I said, "No, you can't." So I turned it all the way down. I said, "Look, there's half, 1, 1.5." He got to 1, and as soon as he went past that 1, it was like, he's like, "Oh, damn!" He turned it back down, and he's going like this with his ears.
Mm.
Those things are so incredibly loud; they're unbelievable.
Okay, but see, something, a band I was in years ago, something the singer told me one time. This is actually when I was working with Desmond Child, believe it or not. Before I got into that situation, I was jamming with a drummer, and we would jam basically in like it was like a little rehearsal shack that they had made, and it would be drums. It would basically be drums and me with my half stack 5150. We would rehearse like every Sunday. I would drag that thing around. I don't remember how loud I would turn it up. Actually, I have where's that photo? I have a photo of us. I just saw it. Maybe I'll. Do you guys want to see it?
Sure.
I have a photo of us.
So you guys just rehearse once a week?
Well, because we weren't actively playing gigs. This was just like every Sunday
okay.
we would get together and just jam. Is basically what it was. I have a photo. Where? Hang on. Was it over here? I'll find it.
'Cause when we weren't on the road, we would practice like Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then we usually played Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays.
Mm-hmm. So Rock Daddy says the 5150 block letter is 120 watts unless you replace the 6L6s with the 6550s. Unlike mine is pushing 142. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, man. So yeah, so 120 watts. That head, and then you got the
Now
412.
I will tell you, if I would have done that with one of those Ingles, I would have been I'd lost all hearing completely.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling you, those things are so unbelievably loud.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So I used to rehearse with the drummer, and actually we had a bass player for a while. Yeah, that's right. Oh man, I'm gonna have to find the photo. Actually, Janice, is Janice in here? Can you send me an X reminding me to find the photo? Say find the jam photo from 1990. Was it 97? 97. So find the jam photo from 1997, and I'll find it. I just saw it the other day. I think it's in another Guitar Noir or somewhere. Anyway, so after that situation, that's when I got the call to join and work with Desmond Child. And the singer in that band, I remember telling him at a rehearsal or something one time, I remember saying, well, yeah, we would rehearse, and we would play loud. We'd rehearse loud, man. And I remember the singer saying to me, well, playing loud doesn't equal good, because if you play loud all the time, you're really not truly hearing what's going on. You ever notice like you're at a concert and it's just loud and you're like, yeah, and then you either film it or you watch a concert on YouTube and everybody's like, oh, that sucks. That guy was out of tune. When you were there, you didn't notice it because the volume.
Video picks up everything. When you film something like that.
Loud volume. Yes, Janice, 1997. There you go. Thank you. Loud volume doesn't equal. I mean, you can't always tell what's going on when you're loud. And see, that's the thing. Like in your situation with your band, say you're playing these gigs and you're like, hey, I'm just going to turn my amp all the way up. And actually, that's what Eddie did. That's what Eddie Van Halen used to have to do because that was the only way he could get the tone that he liked. And they were getting kicked out of clubs left and right. You know? And Eddie even said in interviews that later on, like he would feel bad for the people sitting in front of the stage because they would have this loud 412 or two 412s cranked to 10 blasting, you know, right towards them, you know? But
I'm in touch with that emotion.
Uh-huh.
It was just, it was just something I did. It all stemmed from when the show actually started, when the place was full, the venue was full, I couldn't hear through the monitors. And the sound, I would bet.
And this was before your hearing damage?
Yes. And well, after that, it got worse. I had to turn the amp even more. But it was, I would ask him, I don't know how many times, hey, I need more monitor or something. Well, that'd screw up everybody else, blah, blah, blah. Or there's someone would say, God, now I can't hear nothing but this. And I was like, you know what? Kick the mic
What
over.
size were these stages? That sounds like a tiny stage.
No, they were probably, I'm going to say 20 by 40.
Like, are these clubs or like theaters?
Big clubs and theaters. When we played with Grim Jack, we played in New York City. We played all over the place. Mm-hmm. We played, we didn't do any civic centers, obviously, but we did like theaters, big stages, seat 1,500 or 2,500 people. Stage, 6 feet or more off the ground.
Okay, Alex says, I will say then that sound guy sucked because you need to just know nowadays with a 32 mixer, it would have been easy to give you more.
Well, this was the late 80s, Alex.
This was a long time. The late 80s was a long time ago now.
Yeah. But no, I mean, it was just something I did, but it was funny because once we did it, people loved our live show because it's like they felt it. It's all stems from me cranking the stacks up.
But they could hear everything else. But okay, see, another thing though with that is if you're on one side of the stage and if you have your stacks on one side of the stage, that means anybody on the other side of the stage, the audience, they won't hear you.
Well,
all your sound will just go directly one direction.
Yeah, but my singing microphone and the lead singer running around all over the place, it would go through the PA some, so there was some on the other side. But I was always on the left side. The bass player and myself was on the left side. The other guitar player was on the right side. Singer was everywhere. Mm-hmm. But see, our rehearsal garage, our bass player and drummer were brothers. Their dad had a TV cable business, and he had an old warehouse that we used, which was 60 by 40 with a 20-foot high ceiling. So we ended up building a 20 by 40 stage 4 feet off the ground. We had the truss lights, everything, our own PA system, everything there. So we rehearsed. When we rehearsed, we rehearsed not just the songs. We rehearsed everything we were going to do on stage. Mm-hmm. And we were the only things in that. There was nothing else in there but a van, their dad's van, which was at the other end. Other than that, it was all stage lights and music equipment. Hell, matter of fact, we even had parties in there. We played for parties. They would buy kegs and have keggers come, and it was like, oh, well, we'll just play. We're here.
That's cool.
And it
Hey,
was a full
Zims, what's
show.
up,
'Cause
man?
you had the lights, you had the fog, you had the stage, you had the PA system, everything.
That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Robot. Bass player stage right at the back.
So
In the
that
dark.
so that Buff and I are the two that stayed on the left side of the stage. Singer obviously was everywhere. Novi, there was like a couple months where he decided to put the drum set sideways because he was a fan of Robert Sweet. So he'd put the drum set sideways, and he decided he didn't like that.
That's what the guy in Night Ranger did too. But he was also a lead singer.
Yeah.
He was a lead. He did like Sister Christian.
Then Dafka would be the lead guitarist on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean it was fun, but our rehearsals. I mean, at any time we could have turned any of our rehearsals into a show, and they did. Well, the old party balls, they would either bring in a keg or the party balls, and invite. It was supposed to be 10 or 20 people, and end up being like 100 show up. But so and so would call whoever and tell them, and they would be around 4 or 5 people when they found out. So next thing you know, the whole place was packed.
That's cool. Hey, Sean.
So
That's
I mean,
cool.
but I just got to the point where I just started cranking the stacks. It was what the hell.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, yes, if you were on the left side, well, if you were facing the stage, it'd be the right side. You would, that's where most of my guitar came from. But it did come through the PA. Obviously, the microphones were going to pick it up, the vocal mics.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yeah. Anyway, we just talked for like an hour about this. Yeah. Anyway, though, the stuff that your son is using, though, that's more, today's gear.
Yeah.
And very easy to use, easy to set up.
They're set up in 30 minutes.
Same sounds, everything. You're not having to schlep, a 412 around. And that's what I was saying. Depending on the gig, if somebody said, hey, we're playing well, I don't know. I've played huge theaters at the 212, no problem. So, was I right with the Buddy Guy polka dots, Charles? Oh yeah, who? Yeah. We talked about the polka dot stuff last night, and then somebody dropped a comment on last night's video saying that the reason Randy Rhoads liked the polka dots was because he was a fan of Mick Ronson, who apparently his thing was polka dots as well.
And that's also who Randy modeled his clothing after. And you heard Bob talk about it. He said when him and Ozzy, went to Jet Records, when Randy come there, they kind of thought he was kind of feminine because the way he was, but he followed that. Yeah. So, Rocky, you're right. If it was too loud, you're too damn old. Get out of there. The funniest show we ever did, and I don't know how we got booked here. It was a dinner theater. So we were playing, and we played 4 sets, 40 to 50-minute sets, and it literally we're on a stage down here, and there was like arched with tables, not seats, but tables where people could order dinner. I don't know how in the hell we ended up getting booked there. And then we started playing Fade to Black. And I'm saying old couple because I'm probably older than they are. They were then.
They were 50.
Yeah, but they started dancing to Fade to Black. Come up and start slow dancing to it, and we're looking at each other like, "Wow, wait till this kicks in."
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. And the guy invited us back, and we're like, "No, this isn't this. No, we're not a dinner theater band."
But it paid, right?
Yeah, it did pay.
Mm-hmm.
When we were on the road with Grim Jack, we got $4,000 for 45 minutes.
Dude,
And
that's
that was
pretty good.
89 through 92.
That's not bad, man. Let's
Plus
see.
all our meals and everything. Sin City Records paid for everything.
Let's see. Okay. That's cool. Anyway, we were talking about loud guitars on stage. I mean, which is cool. I mean, I play guitar. I'm not going to argue cranking an amp. I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun to me. But if you if you're professional and unless you're I don't know, Axl Rose, I'm not playing unless blah 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 blah, those are the guys that can get away with doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
Man.
Well,
I don't know.
The lead singer from Grim Jack, Billy Cohout, people say Coholt, but it's Cohout. They were playing in Columbus one night, and after they played, we were picking up with them the next night in Wheeling, and they had played, and they had there was a party. Some girls offered and had a party for them when they were done. So when they show up in Wheeling, we're already at the venue. We're set up, ready to go, and Billy comes in, and we'd been on the road with them for like 8 months by this time. So we got to be, well, still, they're still playing in New York now, and they're like brothers to me.
Mm-hmm.
They'll still text me or call me and say, hey, I saw your post, man. I remember that. So Billy comes in, he's all just super mad. Here the girls stole his suitcase and all his stage clothes. So he had to, actually our bass player, they were the same build, so our bass player went back to his house, took Billy with him, and Billy got the outfit for that night from them. But the girls stole his suitcase and part of some clothes off of Tommy, their guitar player. Now the question was Tommy wearing the clothes when they took him or not? No one knows that answer.
I have no idea. I don't even know who that is. Well, I mean that's the thing too. You're on the road, and you got to be careful because people. Yep. I mean, even when I toured, after shows, you go to parties, you hang out.
Yep.
And I mean, if you don't know these people, they could walk off with your gear. I've left gear at shows, like not even realizing it. And then luckily the next day we had stayed close enough where we could drive back and pick up the gear and then continue on.
I could tell so many stories, but it'd have to be an OnlyFans page to tell the stories on. But I mean, we've walked into the hotel rooms and see stuff going on, and I just turn around, walk back out, go sleep. And it's a hotel room that they got for us. But they brought all the girls to our room, so they didn't know where they were. So we're out on the bus sleeping while they're in the hotel room. So, I told the story the one time about me kicking the singer out over the railing into the pool.
Yeah. Wow. So what year was this? Late 80s?
Late 80s, yeah. 89, 90, 91, 92.
Wow. Dude.
And how we got with Grim Jack was we had no idea who they were. I
have no idea who they are. Who's Grim Jack?
They were in Circus Magazine. They were poised to be the next Aerosmith, because that's who they would remind you of.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a big article in like 87, 88, maybe 89, in Circus Magazine had them in it. So they came to Wheeling, and whoever was going to open for them didn't show up. So the guy that owned the venue called me, said, hey, you guys, it's not going to pay anything. You guys want to come over here and open up, play 45 minutes for these guys? Okay, well, at that time it was like, well, we didn't care if we got paid or not. We just wanted to play. So
Yeah.
we, ran over there and set everything up. We met them, and when it was done, they wanted to pay us, and we're like, no, do you not? No, it's fine. We were just, glad to be here, honored to do this, and they because they were from New York City, and they were so taken back by how non-greedy, I guess. I don't know how you want, whatever you want to say. We were. They called us like a week later. Their manager called me, and said, "Hey, Grim Jack was so impressed by you guys. They want to know if you want to go on the road with them." And then Sin City Records, who they were with, ended up getting us too.
Here, let's look them up.
Grim Jack.
I've heard you mention the names, but I've never heard of them.
Grimm. Look on YouTube.
Grim Jack. What? Hang on.
Out of New York City.
Grim Jack, quality rock and roll. New York's Grim Jack. Here they are. Here, we'll check them out. By the way, you guys, smash that thumbs up. How many thumbs ups we got? 17? Smash that thumbs up.
Yeah.
They're still around?
Yeah, they're still playing.
Are they the original
that's
members?
Yeah, except for the guy with the hat playing guitar is one of the original guitar player, and the other guy is not. He's the one that's been replaced. But that's what they look like now. I mean, they're all 60 and older.
New York's Grim Jack has been called one of America's best rock and roll bands. Whether playing live or in the studio recording, they are a hard-driving but melodic act.
Yeah, the band has often been compared to Guns N' Roses, Alice Cooper, and Aerosmith.
Critically acclaimed in legendary rock publications as Circus, Hit Parader, East Coast Rocker.
Yep.
Signed to independent label Sin City Records.
That's
The
who we
band was
signed
a
with.
hot item during the late 80s and early 90s. Okay, that's what I was gonna.
Maybelline and Looking for Heaven are like their two best songs.
Cool.
Click on the history, see if it shows on and their old pictures. That's still them
Okay.
now.
There they are.
There we go.
Okay, there they are back in the day.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I was gonna say though. Yeah, that looks like an '80s band from Hit Parader magazine.
The guy in the guy in the front with the blue jean jacket on, that's the guy wearing the hat now playing guitar. The guy in the middle with the blonde hair is Tommy. He's no longer with him. He just left a couple years ago. Billy's on the right or on the left side, and the singer, bass players in between Billy and Tommy, and the drummer's in the back by himself. That's Dave. Yeah, that's what they looked like when we were on the road with them.
The Grim Jack story began in 1985 with guitarist Jimmy Mack and drummer Dave Leeds. Two Long Island rockers, he joined forces to create a contemporary rock band with an edge. Okay, by 1988, Jack shifted into Full Throttle. They released an EP. Yeah, a lot of bands in the late 80s would put out cassettes. There were no CDs yet unless you were signed. So you would see not even like independent like albums. They would put out like demos. And a lot of demos would circulate. You know, cuz back in the day, you guys you'd have to send tapes to like clubs to get booked to play shows. Nowadays, everything's virtual. Now it's of course, once MySpace hit, it's like, oh, what's your MySpace page? How many followers you got? It was that. Now it's similar type of thing, but how many Instagram followers you have, how many TikTok followers. It's all about that now. Like cassettes, like nobody. Well, even you guys know nobody listens to tapes anymore. Although tapes are back. I think Katy Perry, her brand new album was just released on cassette.
One of their best songs is called Jailhouse Tattoo.
Cool.
89 and 92, Jimmy Mack, Tommy Lestat, Paul and Dave. Yeah, that picture, that picture there, they you just looked at. That's who was when we were on tour with him.
So it looks like Jimmy Mack has been there the entire time,
Yeah.
and Dave Leeds has been there the entire time.
Yep.
And the bass player has kind of like switched
Yep.
a few times. Singer, looks like the original singer isn't there, but since '88,
No, Billy
They've had the same-
Cohout.
same singer.
People say Coholt. He's like, no, it's Cohout. Yeah, the guy with the hat on, that's Jimmy Mack. He also owns a gigantic toy store in New York, antique toy store.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool. There you go. Oh, yeah, live. Let's see. Are they playing? They're playing The Avenue May 13th. Where is that? New York. West
Yeah,
Hampstead.
they usually play a lot in New York.
Wait, this is back in 2023.
Yeah.
Okay, so this hasn't been updated for a couple
Yeah.
years. Okay.
Yeah, but
Cool.
I could tell you all kinds of stories.
That's cool. Grim Jack. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's actually one of the coolest, I mean, as far as like memories of touring. If you tour with a band or a couple bands, like every day is like the same but different.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's every night you play, it's the same thing, same music, whatever, but every venue is different. Like I said, a lot of the places that we would play, one day it would be a bar somewhere. Next night it would be
2,500 seats theater. Yep.
next night it would be a theater. Next night it would be a basement. Next night, I mean, it was always different. It was never, every gig was different. But the shows have to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
They have to be the same. So you show up and you do a sound check, and it's like the stages are always different.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could be playing one show where you're like, whoa, I got all this space here, it's great. Next show, you're all like this next to each other, and you got a pole right here coming down. I'm sure I mean,
Yep.
unless you said you guys had your own stages sometimes, but so yeah, a lot of those memories of playing those shows.
It's fabulous. I mean, I'm glad I did it. It was a little over 2 years we were on the road with them.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the first 15, 18 months of Cold Life, I wasn't there. I was on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Which I regret, because even when I come back, he was still not 2 years old yet. But I missed, I missed his first steps. I missed, and I can never get that back.
Man. Yeah, robot. What time is the gig over? When the cops shut it down.
I mean, Tommy, the blonde hair guitar player, my Les Paul Jr., they stayed at our house when they were playing in Wheeling. They stayed there for 3 nights. Them and all the roadies was all there.
Mm-hmm.
And Tommy would not put down that 59 Les Paul Jr. He wanted to buy it. He said he wasn't leaving until he bought it. because he even wrote me out a check for like $2,000 then. And then I have a lap steel guitar, and Billy, the singer, he just, because he's very bluesy, it's a lot like Steven Tyler, but he sat there with that for 3 nights, just with that lap steel guitar playing it, trying to come up with songs for them.
Those are cool. I wish I had a lap steel.
I do. I have one. It needs a nut. The nut came off of it. I don't know where it's. You can't just replace it with a regular one because they're like an inch high.
Sure. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I did. I was in a session one time, and we had a lap steel player doing overdubs on the song. And if I can find the song, I'll play it for you guys.
Playing a solo on the lap steel was cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, but touring, like I said, every night's the same but different. Every venue's different, but you hang out with these other bands, and it's like it becomes like a family in a way.
Oh yeah.
Because you're watching each other's sets, and like I don't know what it was like when you played, when you guys toured, but we were on a sponsored tour. We were sponsored by MTV. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're doing an MTV tour. We're sponsored by D'Addario, however you say it. I still can't say it. D'Addario, and so we get to the gig. Every gig is different. Some gigs are great. Some gigs you show up, nobody shows up to the gig. You're basically just rehearsing at a theater in front of nobody. Some places you'd show up, and the venue, the bar owner would be like, the bar owner's like, "Oh, you guys are playing tonight? I didn't know, but we're out of town. We're there, so you play."
Yep.
Every night's different. They're But unless,
but it's true. I mean, Tommy and I got real close, and me and Billy got real close as singer. And one day he decided, one morning we got up early, and he's like, let's go somewhere to get breakfast. And we didn't. The bus was there, and the bus driver was still sleeping, so we took the bus.
Mm-hmm.
There was Billy driving, me sitting right up in front. Had the recliner. I was leaning, and he was going to. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. He was going down the wrong way street in this damn bus.
Oh my god!
And we pulled into a Ponderosa because he wanted to eat hot foods. He said, "You got to eat hot foods every now and then to clean out your colon." And they have that New York attitude. So it was like, they didn't take no for an answer. Period.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's cool.
It was a growing experience for us, and it just threw us. We went from just playing local clubs to playing all over the eastern United States with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Basically overnight. I mean, just because we opened up for them one time on a pinch when they needed it, and that grew into what it grew. Everything from lifelong friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, man, still the turning your amps all the way up and not letting the sound person run your sound. That wouldn't fly today, man. No matter what. You wouldn't be playing now. Well, you'd be you'd be sitting in your basement right now talking on the internet to some guy.
Yeah, look at that.
And that's what's happening.
Now I will say it's a good thing a good thing Engel wasn't around in the late '80s, because that would, oh my God. But yeah, that's and that the Mesa stack with the Engel on top or the rectifier right there, that's just the sound from that is so much different than any other, the 4x6 or 4x12.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I tell you guys, I'll use anything. It's to me, instruments, guitars, amps, effects, they're all just tools. So if I showed up to a gig, or if someone's like, "Hey, come jam, we have stuff," I'll show up and use what I can make anything work. It's not about, oh, I have to have this and I have no. I mean, it depends. Like, yeah, of course, I'll use my own guitar, but as far as amplifiers, I mean, even, we played South by Southwest in Austin. I didn't take an amp with me. So I used whatever the house amps were at those gigs. And luckily one of them was my amp. It was the same one. It was the 212 Fender DeVille, which you can almost see right there. And then I tell you guys a story from time to time. We play this gig, and then we have to pack up after our gig to leave. This is some back. This is the backyard of a bar or something. This is like the first show of the day, and then we played like one of the tents later that night. It was great, and actually, there's video of that. There's video of the second performance. No, there's video of both performances. Hang on. If I can find it, I can actually show you guys. If I can find this, hang on. I'll show you guys like 5 seconds of me on stage at South by Southwest.
While you're looking for that, can I tell the story real quick for the new people and hear about when I threw our singer over the thing?
Sure.
Okay. We were playing, and again, I was 100 pounds less. I had long hair, long blonde hair, wearing leather. Look at Zach Wilde without the beard, and that's pretty much what I used to look like. And it was the last set of the night, 4 sets, and the stage was like Johnny was talking about, some of the smaller stages. So it was a small stage, and the lights coming right down, and they were literally like 3 feet from me on the side. And I looked at our drummer and asked him, I was like, what song? And we were covering Skid Row, Big Guns. So I was like, okay. And I turned around and I hit the opening chord, and that was it. I passed out from heat exhaustion, fell off the stage, landed on my guitar, and broke the neck off. They said it sounded like thunder cracking, through and then they had put me on a couch in back. They continued to play, but they were like putting ice on me. So they called a cab, and the cab took me back to the hotel room. So I got in the hotel room. I went and got some ice, got something, a Pepsi or something, took a shower. I was the only one there. I got back into bed, turned the TV on, was flipping through looking for an old scary movie, and then I fell asleep. The next morning, and we were sharing the room because there was me and the singer, and then guitar player and bass player in the other side. And I wake up the next morning, and I have a naked woman on me. She's like curled up on me, and I'm like, what the hell? So I shoved her off. She still didn't wake up, and our singer was on the other side of her. So he had brought her. They'd went to, after the show, they had some part. He brought her there and did his thing with her next to me in the bed. And I told him, I said, well, after all this happened, I shoved him out of the bed, shoved her out of the bed. I got up. I grabbed her clothes, shoved her out the door, and we were on the second floor. And there was a pool that was half under our balcony. And so she's outside on the balcony naked, holding her clothes. And he comes over, starts yelling at me, and I grabbed him and threw him over the railing, and he went into the pool from the balcony, which, no higher than a high dive. And then when, I wanted to just beat his ass, but I told him, I said, not only I can't believe you did that with me, right? But you must suck at what you did because you didn't even wake me up. So,
dude.
So that's just one of hundreds of stuff like that.
That's just one story. Oh man, I found a photo.
it was hot enough to for me to pass out.
I found a photo of us. It was called the Creekside Lounge, apparently. The Mayfire at Creekside Lounge, March 18th, 2009. Okay, this is on somebody's Flickr account. So I did find a photo. There is video of this, which I will try to find. I mean, I'll try to find it now if I can. But again, this goes back freaking 15 years. But here's a photo. Actually, I want to show it on the screen here.
Oh, and I will say this: I did call my wife immediately after I threw him off the bat and told her what happened, because I didn't want her. I was the only one in the band that was married. I didn't want her to hear secondhand that a naked girl woke up on me, so I told her the whole story. GBD. I didn't care. That's how pissed I was. I literally just grabbed him by the back of the hair and just threw him right. He went right over into the water. She was running down the walkway in front of all the other rooms trying to get dressed.
See, if it was these days, that would have been filmed.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that would be on the internet.
Yep. Well, thank God I did all my stupid stuff before it could be recorded.
Oh, man. How do we do this? Oh, like this.
I'm going to operate on my green Charvel tonight, robot.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, I got to take the Floyd nut off, and it's too high. So I'm going to take some off of it. Operation.
Cool. Here, I'm going to show you guys a photo. By the way, you guys, smash that thumbs up. Subscribe if you happen to be watching this.
And everybody, my wife is very understanding. I mean, she was there. I mean, we're there. When we were played, open up for them. We'd sign autographs and stuff. Excuse me. I had to sign women's chest before, and she was right there and never. She knew. When you get signed, you got to do stuff like that. You got to do it. She knew that.
Mm-hmm. It was the 80s.
Yeah, it was.
I've never had to do that, but
that's fine.
This is the Mayfire. This is us. This
was your white Epiphone.
Yeah. And see that amp behind me? That's my same amp, but that wasn't my amp. That was the amp at the venue. This is the back, I guess the back patio of a bar in Austin, Texas. This was we were booked to play 2 shows. This was the daytime show. But there's Kat. She's the singer. That's not her guitar. What we did, this was cool. We actually had the band. We had sponsorships with Fender and Gibson at the same time. So I remember that's why I'm playing the Les Paul, was because our Gibson rep was going to be at one of the shows. So that's why I played the Les Paul, but I used the Fender amps, right?
Firebird bass.
And then that's the Gibson. I remember when we went to Austin, going to the Gibson showroom at Austin and them loaning us like a couple guitars, a couple Les Pauls, And then before another tour, I remember we went to the Gibson showroom in Beverly Hills. And that's where I first saw the Kramer, the new Kramer Berettas. Again, this was 2009, so it was a while ago.
Dr. Z amp.
But
by the way, my daughter's store carries those. Center of Music in Wintersville, Ohio.
Cool.
And when Joe Walsh shows up, I will get you the channel ID.
When is that happening?
They're working on it. They are now. They're going to get. I think they're getting Schecter, We're gonna start carrying those. They
Cool.
do carry one sort of guitar relic company out of Arizona. So
Cool. Anyway, that's a photo. I just happened to find that just now on somebody's Flickr account. Just kind of proving a point that that amp behind me, that was not my amp. That was the venue's amp. But that is my amp. I have the same one. But
is that all your cases back there?
No. No, this is South by Southwest. This is all day bands all day long. So I have no idea whose stuff that is. But this was the gig. I tell you guys all the time about this gig where we played, and then it was my guitar, my pedal board, my cable. I go to take the cable out of the amp, and I had to take it away from the next performer. The next performer turned out to be like this rock star guy. What was the band? What was the guy's name? I can't even think of what it is now. But I remember saying, sorry, I got to take that. And I took the cable, and the guy was looking at me. And then later on, I found out who it was. And I'm like, oh, I would have given him the cable. Well, what's his name? Does anybody remember? I can't even remember. But he's a famous like indie rock star guy. Rock star. Yeah. I can't even think. I'll have to remember who it was, but anyway, there you go. See, I actually do play the guitar, you guys. Some people don't believe me, but there's me. There's the amp. You can't see my pedals, but oh man, I remember those Converse. Those are cool. I wish I still had
Chuck
those.
Taylors.
Well, no, these are actually new ones. These are the newer ones. They're like different material, and they're the low tops. They were cool, actually.
Did they have padding? The original ones didn't. It was like walking on the floor without shoes. I used to have the red, the high tops, red and yellow, and I'd wear one yellow and one red one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to do that too. Let me see. I want to show you guys video. There's video of us performing. And I know I have it somewhere because I saved it. Videos. If I can find it, I'll show it to you guys. I probably won't find it. It's probably gone. It's probably actually gone. I mean, that was so long ago. That's why you got to save everything. You got a PDF, like any press, any whatever. You have to save it. I'll try to find it. I'll look for it because I do have it somewhere, and it's quick. It's quick. It's very quick.
I was going to say it's clickbait.
It might be. That venue looks cozy. Yeah, I remember it being outdoors. It was an outside patio of a bar. I think it was a barbecue place in Austin, Texas. That was
narrows it down.
Well, it just said what it was in that photo. I forget, but that was the daytime gig. And then the nighttime gig. Do I have a photo here? Oh, wait. Can I do this? I think I have photos from the nighttime show. Where would that be? That would be in... Ah, crap. Nah. No, that doesn't work. Anyway, what we were saying though, every gig is different, every venue. You never know what's going to happen unless you know you've studied the venues, what the stages are like, whatever. But even then, the stuff changes. You know, it's never the same. So you're professional. You play the gigs, whatever. You know, that's why I can't believe like you wouldn't let them mic you up and you would just start, because that would not fly today at all. You would get, you know, because the band wouldn't play. You'd get tossed out of the band today if you tried that. You know. But it's rock and roll, Johnny. It's the '80s.
Johnny, it's rock and roll.
Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it. Like I said, watch that movie, Decline of the Western
I've seen it.
Civilization.
I watched it all the time when it came out. I remember.
But you see their attitudes. That really was it. That was
I remember that. And those guys were gonna be rock stars.
Yeah.
Where are they today? Who knows? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Dude. By 91, 92, when the grunge scene was hitting, when all that stuff happened. Let's say your band.
Well, that didn't happen. I mean, it didn't hit around here that hard. It took longer. I mean, yeah, Nirvana was a thing. They were all over the radio, but there were still metal clubs around here and in Columbus. And
I'm sure there still are today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it didn't affect us, and then I moved from here in '94.
Uh-huh.
So.
Yeah.
And we played the Alarosa Villa, which is where Dime got killed. We played Electric Banana in Pittsburgh. That was a bunch of stuff around here.
Mm-hmm. But hey, Jeff, what's up, man? Charlie Sexton? No, it wasn't Charlie Sexton. What guy is that?
Brian Setzer?
No. I can't think. I can't remember who it was. He's a well-known dude, though. Like I said, I couldn't believe it. Like when I found out later who it was, I'm like, man, I
Joe Perry?
No, he's like an indie guy. He's not like some major. Well, maybe he is on a major label, but he's not like, not everybody would know who he is, but he definitely has his fans. Dave Navarro? No, it wasn't Dave Navarro. If I think of it, I'll remember. But anyway, I can say, hey, I took my cable away from that guy, or I played through the same amp as this guy. You know.
Hey, Neil's the Electric Banana guy. There you go.
Oh, cool, man. Cool. What time is it?
Time to go to the workbenches.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do some guitar stuff.
I got to switch cameras.
You're going to switch cameras. I have to activate a camera. He's going to do something. I'm going to tear a guitar apart for you guys, because it's something that needs to be fixed up. Badio? No. Wasn't him. Michelangelo Badio, that guy? Although I saw him at the escalator at NAMM. You see everybody there. I think I actually saw the guy that I took the cable from one time. I think I saw him. Okay, let's move over. Well, wait. Let's make sure he works, because I remember last week. Although I think I just heard something. Man, I want to show you guys that video though. And it's literally 10 seconds. It's so short. There you go. I think you have a mic. We can hear you, right? Ron? Or you can't hear us?
I think you have a mic. We can hear you, right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
What was that?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hear us. I think you have a mic. We can hear you, right?
Oh my God!
Can you hear me?
Hang on. Hang on. We got to mute you. You got to fix that because it's blasting my audio. It's like delayed.
That because it's blasting my audio.
Oh yeah, we got to turn that down. Robot, the Cactus Club San Jose always. Yes, actually, on that tour that we did, we played the Cactus Club. I've been there. Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, we got feedback. 1 2. 1 2. There, we got you. I think he's walking back to his other desk. Let's see. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to find that video. I'm not seeing it.
I got the headphones on. We're good.
Oh, there you are. Cool. Cool. So I'm gonna go over to my workbench, but what are you doing to that? Is that a Charvel?
Charvel Sam Demas Pro Mod or Pro Mod Sam Demas.
Mm-hmm.
I am taking the nut off because it is way too high for this neck.
Cool. Is there a shim under there?
No. I got to take some off the bottom of it.
Take what? The metal off the back of the nut?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Very
7.01. 6.69. Yeah, the low E on here is like really high. So put this back here.
cool. By the way, you guys, I don't think we even announced we do giveaways a lot of times on these shows. And I have I have a guitar strap here. We're gonna give this guitar strap away tonight. So I think how should we do that? Should we do the numbers?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's open up Nightbot. Okay. There you go. So enter a number between 0 and 5,000. That'll keep you busy. See you later, Janice.
Bye, Janice.
So enter a number between 0 and 5,000 in the chat for a chance to win this yellow guitar strap. Okay. There you go. Actually, I'll leave that up. Okay, I'm going to move over to my bench now, too. Oh, by the way, Robot, are you still in here? Robot, I found this. Dude. Robot sent this to me like years ago. Well, it says 2019 on it. So maybe back in 2019, you sent this to me. This used to be in the Guitar More. This photo. And what's funny is I know the photographer of this actual photo. This is Eddie Van Halen, 1984 era.
Cool.
Yeah. Robot
Very
Master
cool.
Switch had sent this to me years ago. Like before we even started doing the Twitch streams and stuff. So cool. Anyway, I found it and I just wanted to show it to you.
Very cool. Grab the Bondus 3mm.
There you go.
It's not. Didn't think that would be it. Man. R3. That's R2. Oh well. All right. So I need to take some off this side. All right.
Okay. I'll be right back, you guys. I gotta split for a second, and then I'll be over at my workbench, and I'm gonna tear apart a guitar that I threw together years ago. It needs to be rebuilt. So I'll tear it apart tonight so you guys can look at it. But here's Ron right there doing what he's doing. But I'll be right back.
Johnny will be right back, everybody. And you know it's true. He'll be right back. All right. Bear with me for a minute. bit more. You probably just changed string on there altogether. Hold on, everybody.
What is that noise?
My grinder.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. I have to mute you. That's terrible. What's the buzzing? I know, man. I just happened to go in the other room and I flipped on the TV and I'm like, what's all that sound? What's all that noise? It's terrible. Okay. I had to mute you, so when you're done with that, we'll do that. That's horrible, man. Okay. Here, I'll take you guys. All right, are you done? Oh, there you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that was awful, man.
Sorry.
Neil liked it. Well, no, because your audio isn't good to begin with. So imagine like a bunch of grinding noises over a bad microphone. It's terrible.
Well, it's the camera microphone, so. Although, I did order lapel mics to be here Monday.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I got to get one of those too. All right, I'm going to take you. Worse than the dentist. I know. I flipped on the TV, and it's just like, zzz. I'm like, what the hell? That's worse than some guy singing on here. Okay. I'll take you guys over here. Now watch this. I'm gonna flip to my sound, and mine's gonna be terrible too.
Ah, well, you'll have that. You have that in a small town. And I will say this.
There we are.
There you go. I hear you now. I will say this. I much rather go through the top like this with these screws and then through the back, because what's the weakest part of your neck? Okay. I got a Jackson neck here. I'll show you.
Do you guys hear an echo?
No.
Do you?
No. So
sounds
the
normal to you?
yeah.
Okay.
So the weakest part of your neck is right here. So especially if you look at the angle hits. So what are you going to do? Now you're going to drill 2 holes and take some out of that and make it even weaker? That's a bunch of crap. Go through this side. There, that was my rant.
Okay. Actually, let me do this. All right, you can still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So here's my guitar. This is like some homemade guitar I put together. I'm still getting an echo, so it's weird. I have to talk over it.
Don't hear it on this end.
Yeah. I hear it though. I have to take my headphones off just to talk. Yeah, so here's my guitar. It's something I put together years ago. I think these are Seymour Duncans. This is a Wilkinson right here. Actually, let me turn my light on so you guys can see. Man, I wish it didn't echo. I gotta figure that out.
It's only echoing on you. It's not on us.
Yeah. Little dusty, I know. Well, yeah, it's pretty gross. But I gotta take the headphones off. It's not a bad guitar, though. Every time I talk about this guitar, I can't remember what the body is. Does anybody recognize this neck joint right here? Oh, crap. Oh, well, there you go. Like, it goes like in like this. Does anybody recognize that? It's like
That's
a Washburn. It's like a Washburn or something.
Charvels and Jacksons have that too.
Oh, well, maybe it's a Jackson. Hang on. Can't see the chat. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's a Wilkinson bridge. Right there. So
get away with two.
This particular guitar, it had one of those Roland pickups, guitar synthesizer pickups. So it has the holes from that, and the schmutz here from being taped on at some point. And it's a Wilkinson bridge. Thing is, I don't have the arm for it. And then what I did was, there's the volume pot. I took out the tone pot, but I put in a three-way switch where the tone pot went. So that's pretty cool. These are Seymour Duncans. The neck is from a budget guitar called the Johnson. And they're not bad necks. Oh, and here's my other guitars over here. You guys, I don't know if you guys ever really saw this. I've got this other stand over here with all these other guitars. So anyway, cool guitar. Although it needs. I mean, look, it's got like black tape on it because this is where where it got like banged up. Like there's some, you know how you do the trick with a Sharpie right there. There's that. But so under there, so it's kind of, it's not the greatest looking guitar, and it's not bad. But I figure I'm going to tear it apart and just kind of do some different things with it. So I'm going to tear it apart for you guys tonight. This is a body I got on eBay, probably in the mid 2000s somewhere.
Yeah, that looks like a Jackson Dinky body.
Oh, okay. So it's a Jackson Dinky. So Ron, that means I've got a Jackson too, man. Look.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't have a cover for it, so it just has blue painter's tape all over the back. I mean, it's awful, But like I said, I've got, to me they're just tools. If this guitar sounded great, I would use it. I don't care what it looks like.
So it's cool. Anyway, so I'm gonna tear it apart, or try at least. The prize is a guitar strap, but I'll throw in a set of strings too. Are these new? Yeah, I'll throw in a set of 9s. So you guys will
There
get
you
a
go.
yellow guitar strap and a set of 9s. Okay, I'll throw these in.
There you go.
I think these are new. Yeah, these are new. So I'll throw these in. Or actually, whoever wins, I'll let them choose. Because I'm not going to restring this guitar tonight because I'm tearing it apart. So we got a set of either 9s or 10s. So whoever wins, you get a yellow guitar strap and a set. You can pick whichever ones you want. And look at this. I told you guys for years in my other studio that I had a Charlie Chaplin photo that I would look at up above my desk. This is it. It's sitting right here. Charlie Chaplin, one of my favorites ever. Anyway, so it's sitting right, for now, it's sitting right there. Let me try to set my camera up. Let's see. Let me switch. There we go. Here I am. I think. Yo, what's up, dudes? Look at this. You guys can see like the studio now, man. I mean, the place is cool, man. It's awesome. So pretty soon I'm going to have like a better setup with the cameras, cameras set up where I can just switch in between stuff. Currently, it's not the case yet, but soon it will be. Let me jump over here.
Yo. Yo. There we go. See, look at this, you guys. You can see from the other camera, like I stand at this desk here. I've got a standing desk that I stand in front of. And this is that's like the side view. Is that the tuning song?
Yeah. Yeah, I went from 3 springs to 2, so I got to adjust it.
Cool.
But
okay, so yeah, any of you guys that's tuning in, you're seeing all these numbers in the chat. So let me just show you what you win. What you win. This for tonight's giveaway. You get this yellow guitar strap, which is nice. And then you get to choose either 9s or 10s, whichever one. Okay, so that's tonight's giveaway.
All right. Whoops. Take this over here. I'm not echoing, right?
no.
Okay, cool. Yeah, for me, the echo is horrible. I have to take my headphones off because all I hear is myself echoing.
Mm. Should be. Make sure the neck's nice and tight. Gonna need some more. I don't want to go three springs on here if I don't have to. Johnny, you muted or something?
Yeah, I muted myself.
Okay.
So you didn't have to hear me detuning the strings.
Dang it.
So again, I'm just taking this guitar apart. Very exciting.
Well, I'm sure there's someone in there who's never seen that.
Oh yeah. Man, I don't have the right where are they? String cutters.
Just bite
There
him.
we go. There we go. I've got this one.
That should be back out. May get away with two in here.
I'm just taking the strings off. Numbers in the chat. All those numbers. Yeah, so I gotta take my headphones all the way off. So yeah, so eventually we're gonna be building guitars on these shows for you guys and giving guitars away. So make sure to stay tuned,
Yep.
you know.
Damn right.
And helpful, tips as far as guitar stuff. I mean, there's also that. But he's actually repairing a guitar. I'm actually tearing one apart right now. Whoops. There goes my headphones. So I can't hear anything. Wait, actually, I can turn this up. Yo! There we are. Still echoing though. Dang it.
Now we hear the echo.
Yeah, I know. I turned it off. Okay, that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons I got to fix this guitar. Yeah. What is going on? This guitar definitely needs some rebuilding. One, two. It's not bad.
There is.
Toilet roll? No. You mean this? Are you talking to me? No, it's a photo. Is that what you were saying? Sitting right here? Yeah. Some of these neck screws don't want to come out.
Would you do super glue them?
No. Although I did get the super glue. You know that nut that I need to fix?
Oh yeah.
I did get some super glue, so I will be doing that soon.
Good.
Some. Man, look at all those numbers. Anybody tuning in right now is like, what the hell is up with this? Why are people just putting numbers in the chat? Wow.
Yeah, they're probably.
Why are they doing that? There you go. Look at this. So I took the neck off. Look at this. I've got like toothpicks stuck in here. I have to toss those. Yeah, this stuff is so dusty. There you go. It's actually a pretty nice body, man. Maybe I mean, this neck works, but it'd be nicer if I found the actual neck for it, you know?
Yeah.
It would be nicer. Let's go over here.
There you go. There you go. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Here's the. Here, let me. I know Robot doesn't like all the dust, and I have to agree. You know, all the dust is pretty good. Man, this new studio is cool, man. I'm really excited about this place. I mean, it's cool to have to work on guitars. And let's see. Wait, I just saw a comment. I'm trying to. Johnny
Yeah,
is casually dismantling things. Yeah, I'm just taking this apart. So what did you say? This is a Jackson?
That looks like a Jackson Dinky body, yeah.
A Jackson Dinky body that I have. It it has tape on it to cover, scuffed up parts and whatever. It's got blue painter's tape on the back to where the control cavity where there is, isn't a cover. Maybe I'll try to find the actual neck for this. I mean, it would definitely be nicer.
Yeah.
Than what's on it. Although what's on it really isn't bad. I mean, it's called a Johnson by AXL. You guys have probably seen, any of you guys that look up guitar parts, you see these. This is just like a budget guitar neck. It's not bad. It's not really, they don't feel bad at all. It's not, really isn't a bad feeling neck. And I actually have a couple of them. I have another one sitting around here somewhere, but maybe I'll look for the or Ron, you'll find it, right? You're always sending me links to stuff.
Yeah.
If you know what that body is, maybe we can find the neck for that.
Yeah. Well, most likely that's a 24 fret.
The body?
Well, the neck for it would be a 24 fret.
But I had a 21 fret neck on it and it played fine.
It was intonated okay?
Yep, perfect.
Okay. Now maybe it's
It was unbelievable how good it was, actually. It was great. So there's the neck. There's the body. Maybe I'll start digging into that to see what else is in there. And how's your did you change the nut on that?
No, I ground it down where it needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with the black noiseless springs on here, hoping I'd get away with just two, and I can't, so.
That's cool, though.
A little bit more. What'd you do? 0 to 50,000?
5,000.
Okay. I need to turn the fan on. It's hot over here. All right. Now,
There we go. You couldn't hear me. I just realized I was muted and I was talking that entire time. Maybe I'll keep the pickups in here for now because there's no point in taking it. And I mean, I took the neck off. Maybe I'll try to clean the body up, or maybe we'll paint it. Maybe that's an idea because it is pretty gross. It is pretty nasty. Maybe we'll paint it and then, yeah, because look, it's got like duct tape remnants on the back. I mean, it's pretty gross.
what color?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe I'll just tear it apart, and then we'll paint it. Let's get all this off. This is just nasty, man. All this tape. I mean, it's just gross. Yeah, there was like duct tape on here. Oh man, there's like wires.
But why is there duct tape on there?
Because I used duct tape to cover the cavities.
Oh,
I never had the cover for it, and I think I would actually. I think I'm thinking I've. Oh yeah, I actually played. I played a gig with this guitar one time. Played like a Halloween party, which is funny because earlier when I was telling you I had to turn down a gig because I'll be in LA.
Yeah.
The gig is a Halloween party that I have to turn down. And it's a paying gig too, but I had to turn it down because I'll be gone. I'll be in Los Angeles. And where are those other clippers? These clippers I have, I mean, they work, but they just feel terrible. These things. Let's just cut everything out of here. Snip. Snip.
are you cutting the wires out?
Yeah, I'm just cutting everything out. Because this all needs to be cleaned up. This is like 20 years ago of like crap. There's no point in reusing any of this. It's awful.
You ought to copper shield that.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah, we'll just do that. Let's take the pickups out. I'll do that. I think there's Seymour Duncans.
Back too far. Put those new Kramer pickups in it.
No, those pickups are too good for this. No. Actually, I think I'm going to put those possibly in that Music Yo Steinberger. Because Gibson still makes those, or at least they're still. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Maybe next week I'll do that. Let's see what's going on here. Seymour Duncans. Yep. There you go. Yeah, so I'll take these out. I mean, I'll take them out for now. But I think, why is that hitting? Oh, it's all gross. Yeah, that's so gross, man. The wiring that was done on this is just terrible. And this, I mean, this is from years ago. This is like a long time ago. We're gonna have to just cut, man. There we go. We did it. There we go. Terrible. There we go. There we go. No pickups. Yeah, because it has like this black. Why was the black tape put on? I'm thinking there's just like some nastiness, or maybe I think I just did it just to cover up like schmutz. Like I didn't have like the rubbing compound at the time. Oh, and this one obviously is just to cover up where the three-way switch was. Right here. Did anybody win the giveaway yet?
Nah. Sky Prop, send Johnny some pictures of your guitar so he can show them.
Yeah, see, this tape is like to cover up where older tape was. I mean, it's just ugly. It's just ugly, man. But this guitar can be like redone. I think the guitar was pretty nasty to begin with. Like when I got it, it was like one of those guitars you get it for cheap because it's just kind of like beat up.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the deal was. Yeah, see, there's like duct tape remnants on it. Looks pretty gross. Looks like snakeskin. That's nasty. Yeah, so I'll take all this stuff off. Yeah, we'll paint it. Do something to it. There you go. I'll leave the bridge on because the bridge I think can only fit on this guitar. Or like I don't have a bridge that would fit. That's why I use this.
You got a Vega-Trem?
No.
I don't. There you go. Well, you can hear me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so I tore it apart. You know, that's as much as I'm going to do, I guess, because I'm going to leave that bridge on there for now. I think we'll repaint the guitar. Maybe try to find the actual neck for it. The thing is, would the actual neck be a locking nut neck or not? Do you know?
No, not it's. No, it's got the Strat style tremolo now.
Yeah. Well, then that tremolo is perfect for it, the Wilkinson. Like I said, it worked fine. It worked totally fine. So, you know, repaint it. It's really, it's not a bad body, you know.
Shouldn't be.
Is it time for a hint? Do you guys want a hint?
Yeah, I think it is.
You guys want a hint?
Quarter turn.
We were only going to do 2 hours tonight. Because Ron has video games he needs to play.
Yeah, I'm the one that's hooked on them.
Ron gets cranky if he doesn't get to his video games. Okay, the hint, 4 digits. What else? 4 digits. 2 of the numbers are consecutive, but not necessarily together in the order. And 2 of the other numbers have a number between them. If that makes sense.
Sky Prop, send in pictures to Johnny so we can see it.
It doesn't? Doesn't what? By the way, you guys, I will be at I'll be at Guitar Center
Monday? You gonna play the Jackson?
Monday, and I might try that Jackson guitar that you and Scott was texting about.
There you go.
Because I know that I've seen it. I know I've seen it there. Because I that's a guitar that, you don't see every day. That graphic. Okay, Skyprop, I just got your message. Let's see what's going on here. How did this get like this? Dang. This setup. Oh,
Yeah. Much better.
Let's check it out. Oh, that's a guitar you're painting. Okay, cool, man. Check this out, you guys. Skyprop. It looks like he's making a 5150. There you go. Yeah, that looks nice, man. Very nice.
Cool. So, Sky, the sanding and buffing worked out pretty good then, right? In that order?
And there's the back. Dude, right on, man. Body work done, he said. He's typing. Very nice, man. Tim Trutone, is that true? I just saw your comment. You discovered me on Amaranth's live stream. Is that true, man? Because I was on her live stream, but I missed it. I didn't get to see myself on her stream, although she was on
yours.
Stream. She was on my live stream.
Johnny Bean TV?
Johnny Bean.
Do you find beans often? Do you have magic beans?
Yeah, that's my name.
Oh, okay.
That's my name.
Oh, cool. Watching Johnny Bean TV.
Thank you. Is that true, man? Wait. I was in? Oh. Oh, come on. Come on. That's become a joke, the magic beans. I know. I hear about that every night because when we're live on Twitch, when we're live on Twitch, by the way, Twitch. Unfortunately, we're not doing these shows live on Twitch anymore. But when we do the video gaming, which is what we're going to be doing, what we'll be doing after this, every time I start a stream and it goes to live camera, that Amaranth ID plays every time. So it's pretty cool. Okay, I'll give you guys a hint. I already gave you guys one hint. 4 digits. What was it? 2 of the numbers are consecutive. Like 1, 2. But they're backwards. Okay. And then 2 of the other numbers, there's a number between them, like in real life, if that makes sense. I mean, actually, there's a number in between them in the actual order of the numbers, too. So it could be like 4, 6. Okay. And I know this is a horrible, horrible demonstration of this, but. Some of you guys are actually getting too much math. Yeah, I know. Peggy is really good at this. Peggy is actually closer in the ballpark than the rest of you. That's why she wins everything. Peggy, you need to go to Vegas. You need to go to Vegas. Done? You did it, huh?
Yep.
Cool. So what did you do again? You grinded down
the nut.
The nut.
I thought I had it. Well, I do have an extra nut, but it was an R2. I need an R3.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had to take some off of this one to make it work.
Nice.
Truth be told, I could take a little bit more off, but I'll save that for another day. And the bad part, well, it's not, people say, oh, if you take too much off, well, then there's the shims you can put on it.
Sean! See, the 2 people that know how to do this, Sean and Peggy. Sean wins. Sean, how did you figure this out? Okay, the winning number was... Where is it? Was that
2719?
Is that what it was? Wait, it said you won. Yeah, that was it. See? How it has the 1 and the 2, and then the 7 and the 9? So the 2 and the 1 are consecutive, and then the 7, and then there's a middle number, and then 9? Does that make sense? Sean, did the hints that I gave you, is that how you, I mean, obviously you figured it out, but like the hints that I gave you weren't crazy, right? Like you were able to figure it out. You won. So, okay. You win a yellow guitar strap right here. And then do you want 9s? Do you want 9s or 10s? Which do you want? I've got a set of strings here. 9s or 10s. Consecutive is in order, not backwards. I know, GSN. I know that. But they're consecutive because as far as numbers, I didn't say they were forwards or backwards. I made it easier by telling you that. Okay. Unbelievable. I think eventually we need to go to Vegas with Sean and Peggy.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Hey, I wanted to show this little screwdriver here. Okay. I can't even tell you where I got it. Hammerhead.
Uh-huh.
Rechargeable. But here's what I like about it. It puts it in because you can set it in here. All right. Put your finger on the end of it and go like this. Now watch.
Ah, it sounds
See how? Yeah, but see how it turns in my fingers? It doesn't over, it's not over pressure. When it turns like that, it's perfect. And like I said, I don't know where I got it, but it's called Hammerhead. It's got lights, rechargeable.
That's cool. 10. You got it, man. You got it, dude. So you get a pack of 10s and this yellow guitar strap. Okay? Dude, congratulations. That's unbelievable. And that is a nice screwdriver. Wow. That's really nice.
Look, Johnny, I'm wiping the guitar off.
I know. That's
This is the guitar robot ones.
wow. That's a nice one.
Charvel Pro Mod Sam Demas.
There it is.
So there you go. With the green on the tuners, on the pegs, and on the heads.
Nice.
If you look,
Yep. Very cool.
adds to it. Little touches like that is what I love. So it's been a hard day's night.
And I
All in all, good day work. All in
gotta
all,
plug-
good day's work.
I got to plug my laptop in. My laptop is going to die.
There we go. In tune. Love Floyd Roses. And again,
They're great.
Seymour Duncan pickups. So you guys didn't like this sound? This
No. No, it was horrible. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
that was my belt and disc sander.
Like, oh my gosh, sounds like we're at the dentist all of a sudden.
And again, Lucas Gunwell, best oil you can get. And go on Amazon, or not Amazon, I'm sorry, go to Reverb. The guy sells mil-spec shielding paint.
Oh, cool.
So, put the stuff away here because I don't like messes. Sorry, it's an OCD thing.
No, that's cool. Okay. Let's see, you guys. What's coming up? I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. You guys know I used to do a Sunday night show, which I'll do it again at some point. But I think for right now, doing a Sunday show in the morning is better. So I'll probably do a Sunday morning show tomorrow for you guys. Do some music news. And then Monday, Guitar Center. You guys know I like to hit up the Guitar Center. And then there's this this Jackson guitar that these guys were showing. They were texting back and forth, and so I think my local Guitar Center has one of those. So see you later, Charles.
I just hope it's set up.
Cool.
It would be nice if it was set up. You could pick it up and it played sweet.
Oh, the Guitar Center.
Yeah.
That's
I know.
that's
Odds are
wishful-
against it.
That's wishful thinking, yeah.
Odds are against it, but it could happen.
We'll see, though. We'll ever see what happens. Anyway, so tomorrow morning, early morning show I'll do for you guys, and then Monday, Guitar Center live stream. Had a great one last Monday, you guys. It was cool. You know, check out that video. I'll actually have that video at the end of this video here. So there'll be a card right here and then over there. One of these cards will be the video from last Monday, the Guitar Center. What is that? Oh, that's the sealer you use?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right, you guys. We got to get out of here. I still have to eat dinner. And then I got to do the podcast for this. And then we're going to jump on over on Twitch, do some video gaming. So, thanks for hanging out, you guys. Yeah, that was
Thank
fun.
you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I really do. I enjoy doing this, and I love this working on guitars part now. I really love it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So thank you, Johnny, for making that even possible.
Oh, dude, you're welcome. Oh, it's gonna be even better, man. You know, pretty quick. Maybe this week I'll start to work on that. You know.
Well, I'm going to. Behind me is the yellow toolbox, and behind that is another bench where I have my reloading stuff. I think I'm going to take the reloading stuff off, seeing as how I don't do pro shooting anymore in competition, and expand the work area for the guitars over there.
Oh, that's cool.
So,
good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thanks for hanging out. Again, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and then Monday from Guitar Center. Tuesday, exclusively Van Halen. Yeah. But as far as like the Saturday night shows, yeah, I think working on the guitar stuff and like I'm gonna get more cameras in here. It'll be, this studio it's progressing like every day. There's something new. Like I've got these huge arms that hold my monitors now. Did I tell you guys that? Or maybe you noticed. I have a moving desk. As you can see, the desk is rising. So I've got a moving desk now, and then I've got monitors that are on these arms that move around. So I can easily move the monitors up and down, all this stuff. So it's pretty cool. There you go. All right. Thank you, channel members. Thank you for your continued support for these shows. If we can find that. There it is. Thank you again, you guys. And again, if you want to continue hanging out, we'll be over on Twitch. So come on over.
About an hour, right?
No, less than an hour.
Okay.
Less than that. It's just I got all this crap I got to do. I'll have dinner on there. I mean, that's fine. I got to clean up in here, and then I got to do the podcast. Doing the podcast takes a little bit of time.
Okay.
So, thanks for watching, you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for being loyal to the channel, man. Women,
Yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, animals, all of them. All right.
Yep.
See you guys later. Johnny Bean TV. Thanks, Ron.
You're welcome. I'll see you in an hour.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Thank you, first of all, very much for joining us. But now we've got Johnny. Hello, Johnny.
Hi, how are you?
Is that Johnny Bean?
Yes.
Hey, man, how are you?
Hey, good to see you, man. Been a while.
Are you still living in San Francisco?
Yep.
You guys know each other? You guys hang out?
I bet it. Yeah, it's funny.
What's your question?
Hey, you're watching Johnny Bean TV, and this is John from Amplifiers.
Hey folks, Niels Lozauer here. Check out my good friend Johnny Bean TV.
Awesome. Thank you.
this is Leland Sklar, and you are watching Johnny Bean TV. It doesn't get better, take my word for it.
Hello, I'm Ryan Salazar. You're watching Johnny Bean TV.